Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Kristen here at Joyfully Thriving, and I have another big stock up trip to share with you this week. It's actually been a couple weeks since I went to Kroger. The deals have just been okay. So this week the deals were good and I headed back there to stock up on quite a few of them. I knew it was going to be my last shopping trip of the month, so I actually had my calculator out on my phone and I was adding up the prices I went along just to make sure I stayed under budget. If you've never tried that trick, it really can be very effective and handy. I may have put one or two things back as I was shopping to make sure I could get all the deals I wanted. I got all of them, just didn't maybe necessarily get as many quantities as I wanted based on where my running total was. So some people really like to shop with cash, and that is very good at keeping you accountable to your grocery budget. I do shop with a credit card and I keep a running total on my phone, and we pay our credit card off every month. So this is what works for me. But when I know it's close here at the end of the month, then I just pull out that calculator sometimes, and that really does help. All right, you ready to see what I got at Kroger? Let me show you. There's some great deals this week, and then stay tuned because I want to talk about the other deals to be watching for as we wrap up April and go into May. All right, I have a full counter of groceries to show you from Kroger today. So just quick overview, and then let me give you prices and talk through the highlights here. All right, this I thought was a weekly deal, but it turned out it was just a sale. 5-pound bags of potatoes were $1.99. And guess what? This is crazy. The 10-pound bags of potatoes I saw are normally $7.69. I really hope no one was buying the 10-pound bag of potatoes this week and grabbed multiples of this price instead. It was a great deal. I went ahead and grabbed 5 more bags. We eat a lot of baked potatoes and do different things in our family, and they last a long time. So grab them while I found that price. This was a weekly deal when you clipped the digital coupon, $1.49 for the sour cream. I really like the natural. They're all good, but this one, as you can see, it's just cream and milk right there and the enzymes, and it lasts about a month, but I just think it's really good sour cream. So I always try to grab that one when it's on sale. Peanut butter was $1.49, any of their varieties. Well, the crunchy, the creamy, honey, not the naturals, but still a great deal. Grab 5 more of those. That is a limit 5. This is one of the weekly deals. Expiration's a year out, which is great. That lasts a long time. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, Mission tortilla chips. They right here were $1.49 this week. Now, several things were grouped together on the ad. This was a weekly deal. You could get paste picante sauce or paste salsa. I have home canned salsa, so I didn't grab that one. And it was one of the off brands of tortillas, and then Mission tortilla chips. So there were 3 separate coupons. If you want one of those, clip those. But I grabbed 5 bags of the Mission tortilla chips there. My limit. Cheese was $3.49 for the 16 ounces. It used to always be $2.99, but this still works out to a decent price. That works out to $1.75 for an 8-ounce block, which is still my stock up price. So went ahead and grabbed all 5 blocks of those. For the fridge, we were actually getting low on cheese, which in our family is not a good thing. We like to have that there. I always try to look for clearance, and some Krogers are better than others, but today I actually lucked out on clearance. So these were the big bowls of holy guacamole, and it was $2.82. I think it was over 6, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And it doesn't expire till the Cinco de Mayo next week. So perfect. So I'll keep one in the fridge, and then the other one I will actually freeze. If you haven't tried this, guacamole, especially when it's still sealed, or avocados, freezes really well. I have tried this and it does work perfectly. Just thaw it in the fridge and then get ready to serve as normal. So handy tip if you find some deals on guacamole too. So that was a great deal. And then this private selection sugar-free whole wheat loaf was $1.32, which again, let's see, it was normally $3. And even the cheap bread is more than that now. So I went ahead and grabbed that. I do bake our own bread, but we'll be having company this summer. I'm going to go ahead and stick it right in the freezer. Just put it in another gallon Ziploc bag and have that for sandwiches when company is here. Bread freezes great. So always check the clearance aisle with bread, because bread or buns, English muffins, bagels, any of those things you could put straight in the freezer if you find a good deal, and they will be perfect when you freeze them that way. So great deal. Kids happened to see the ice cream cones, $1.59, went ahead and grabbed those. There was a little bit of debate. I noticed the regular ice cream cones and the jumbo ice cream cones were the same price. They were marked down to $1.59 on sale. But you get more cone for the price with the jumbo. So I was like, well, we'll try this one. So we got those there today. Chips are $3.19 for the large bags, but I had a coupon for 65 cents off the 2 purchases, so just took it right under 3, grabbed that. The Coke products this week are $1.49 for 2 liters, limit 5. Again, just grabbed 1 for the summer with company, and I'll put it aside for that. So if you like any of those things, that really sadly is the best price we've seen on soda, pop, whatever you call it. I grew up in the South with soda, but now I live up north, so I call it pop or switch back and forth. Doesn't matter to me. What do you call it? But that's a good deal if you want to stock up and think ahead for a summer vacation. Although the generic, if you don't mind the generic pop, is also $1, I noticed, 10 for 10. Applesauce cups were $1.99. Grab 6 of those to get us through school lunches for the rest of the year. The ice cream sandwiches were $2.29, limit 5 if you clip the digital coupon, and ice cream was $2.29. Again, I was right at the end with my budget, so just grabbed 1 ice cream, grabbed 3 of the ice cream sandwiches. I'm going to try to hide 2 of those boxes in the garage freezer, so hopefully the kids forget about them again until summer. So I'll keep 1 out and hide the other 2. Hopefully Lily won't remember since she was shopping with me. And then grabbed a big bag of the tater tots. This is a 5-pound bag and it's $6.99. So yes, that's gone up, but it is a better deal because again, it's 5 pounds. So you're really getting 2.5 bags of the French fries for less than what you pay for the normal price. And their tater tots actually are our favorite brand of tater tots that we've tried, better than the Aldi or the Walmart or anything. So went ahead and grabbed those while I was there. All right, so for everything on this counter today, my total was $89.24. And how close was I to my monthly $475 budget? Let me tell you. See, there really were some good deals again this week, finally. And I was excited to find a couple clearance things. Like I said, it can be so hit and miss between different Krogers. I see other YouTubers and their Kroger deals and I'm like, wow, you guys have really great markdowns. And the Kroger where I typically shop does not have as many markdowns, but when I find them, there can be some really good ones. The interesting thing about like bread or your guacamole or a lot of these you find really just by wandering the aisles. They're not set aside in separate areas, meat too. So if you have a couple extra minutes, be sure you take the time to wander your aisles or know if your store has a separate aisle set apart for clearance. Our Kroger does, but again, that tends to be some of the more shelf-stable things. And then like their other clearance bakery stuff is on a separate section in a cart. So figure that out for your local store, wherever you shop, because it can be a great source of savings. All right, so I have a $475 monthly budget for our family of 6 in Northern Indiana. And how close did I come? It was pretty close. I made it and spent this month in April. I spent $469.77, which, woo, I did it right under budget with about $5 left. I could have grabbed another thing of ice cream, but that's okay. It was a really good shopping month. I felt like we stocked up. I stocked up a lot at the beginning of the month. I balanced it out through kind of the middle of the month with less shopping, and then I was able to stock up again this week on the sales. If you haven't, or if you're new here and you're just trying to figure this out, give yourself time. I will have coming up for you soon in the next week. You can see my April video if you want to see the highlights of everything, so you can see it all together, just to get a good picture of how it all plays out throughout the month. I've been doing that all this year, and so if you want to see any of my trips for the whole month, they're already up on YouTube. Just go ahead and look under grocery hauls and you can find those, because that will give you a good idea of how all these trips play together when you see them next, just all one after another right in a row. So I feel good about it. We ended on April. Now, as you're shopping this week and going into next week, this is time for like Cinco de Mayo. So this is a great time to stock up on your salsas, your tortilla chips, your tortillas, all of those type of things. You'll probably see some sales this week, but then you'll see the bulk of them already probably next week as it really gets closer. So watch for those things. And as we go into May, you're going to start seeing more sales on frozen things. You'll start seeing those sales as they gear up for summer. So again, think ahead. Start planning ahead and thinking what you can use instead of just this week. If you find a good sale, go ahead and stock up for the summer, especially if you're planning on having company or parties or different things. Plan ahead. That's one of the best ways to save your family money when you're shopping on a budget, is look for the sales and think outside the box. Don't just think about what you need this week, but think what you're going to use in the coming weeks or in the coming months, honestly, if you have a big special occasion coming up. All right, how did you do this April? Let me know. I'd love to know. And if you found any good clearance deals this week, please be sure to tell me in the comments. I love hearing what you guys are shopping too. All right, thanks for watching me. I'll have the April haul up for you within the next couple days, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining me here, and I'll see you in the next video.